Welcome back to State of the Nation. President Muhammadu Buhari has signed a not too young to run bill into law with a word to young Nigerians aspiring to political offices to please wait until 2019. The bill was presented to the National Assembly in 2017. Bishop Amakiri, the chairman of Young Progressive Party, YPP, joins me from our Abuja studios. I want to thank you so much indeed for coming on the show at this time. What does this mean really to political parties like yours, for instance, flying with the young, in quote, word, moving into the thicks of politicking in 2019?
Yeah, thank you, Gimbo Umar. First, let me say congratulations to Nigerians. And of course, I must commend the doggedness of indeed those who champion the cause of this not too young to run bill, the likes of Hamza, the likes of Samson Itodo, and so many others who were really in the forefront to ensure that this becomes a reality. And I must also commend Honorable Tony, who really sponsored the bill in the National Assembly. Indeed, he is one person that history will never forget in this country. I will say this is a beacon of inspiration to some of us who are really about to take over from, this, let me say the generation before us, ahead us, who have failed. And I believe that the young people are really very, very ready. And I want to disagree with the president by saying that we should allow him until 2023. I think that is out of the discussion. The significance that this has caused, that's brought to the limelight, is that you begin to see, Nigerians will begin to see the effect of leadership and not rulership. What we have been having before is rulership. People who do not really have passion for this country, people who continue to, run government on the basis of kleptocracy. They just amass wealth and then take to other countries and go and build those nations for them. We are saying the time is off for such. Of course, I would say this country has been battered, by the former PDP and now the APC. So
if you permit me to just to butt in.
The young people who have been given this opportunity.
If you would let me just butt in here, I'm really curious because the argument has been such that performance should be the driving force for the growth and survival of this particular not too young to run law. What do you make of that in that light?
Gimbo Umar, when you talk about performance, we have, I want you to know that we have numerous of young people out there that are very, very capable. They have the intellectual sagacity, they have the strength, they have the energy, to drive. But they have not been given opportunity to do that. And when you talk about performance, you need to give someone opportunity before you can assess his performance. So, but like I said, this is a beacon of inspiration. And what Nigerians the smile that has been brought to the youth of this country today is a challenge. It's a welcome development that those who have been sitting on the fence, sitting back home, folding their hands, casting aspersions, should begin to, come out to get integrated. Should begin to think of how they will get integrated, get involved in governance and politics. We just need to actually disrupt this very status quo of this political architecture that we found ourselves at the moment in Nigeria that has not been working over years. And I can assure you that there are competent young Nigerians that are very, 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 very ready. Any day they are being given opportunity to come and serve this country, they will come and serve. They have the creativity, they have the energy, like I said before, and all it takes to lead. Nigerians don't need rulers. Nigeria needs leaders.
Do you feel, for instance, my apologies, do you feel, for instance, that that very pertinent question of the capacity for the younger people to partake in politics when it comes to monetary terms. Do they have that capacity to really play in the Nigerian political space? Because it is largely politics of money.
And yes, I agree with you. A lot of people have been throwing these questions, you know, anywhere I go. Sometimes so many people have come to the Young Progressive Party National Secretariat. We interact with them, and what they ask is, how do we go about demystifying this factor? And I'll continue to tell them that there's one word I always believe in. What they say, your brain is your money. When these young people come together to bring working hands on deck to work, I can assure you that we don't need to go to meet any godfather to ask for any money. We can generate funds, you know, on a very legitimate manner where we can use those kind of funds, you know, to embark in our political journey. So I don't think that, sincerely speaking, at this point, we are going to have, money is going to be a barrier to this success.
Bishop Amakiri.
What is important is for people coming out, showing this enthusiasm, the passion, you know, to come out and get involved. And by the time you begin to get people coming out to get involved, a lot of things can take place. People out of volition, of course, can come out and make donations. And I can assure you that when you gather about 2-3 million people, you know, donating, let's say 1,000 naira. Again, but Umar, you know, just keep your put your figures together. How much are you going to get out of that 1,000 naira? It's very possible.
I'm sure that will do a lot of good for your party, the YPP. Nigeria. Even though, I beg your pardon, that will do a lot of good for your party, the YPP. But I'm afraid that that's where we're going to have to let it to go. I want to thank you so much indeed, Bishop Amakiri, the chairman of YPP, Young Progressives Party, for talking to us from our Abuja studios. Many thanks indeed. Now, political stakeholders in Kano, northwest of Nigeria, have given the administration of Abdullahi Ganduje a pass mark in the area of infrastructure development, revival of agriculture, healthcare delivery, and human capital development in the last 3 years. At an event organized to commemorate his administration's 3rd anniversary, Governor Ganduje informed the gathering that his major reform agenda is to turn Kano State into a megacity before the end of his tenure.
It's celebration time for the administration of Governor Abdullahi Ganduje. Present at the ceremony are cabinet members, lawmakers, traditional rulers, and members of Kano business community. On assumption of office in May 2015, Governor Abdullahi Ganduje promised to continue with abandoned projects and initiate new developmental projects.
The Giginyu General Hospital, which we named Muhammadu Buhari Specialist Hospital, the Pediatric Hospital at Zoo Road, which we renamed Sheikh Khalifa Isiaq Rabiu Pediatric Hospital, the Sabangari Bridge, which is about 2 kilometers, including Globus, is about 4 kilometers. That bridge was also abandoned.
From the agricultural sector, healthcare system delivery, youth and women empowerment, officials confirmed that the administration of Governor Abdullahi Ganduje has done well.
The administration of Governor Abdullahi Ganduje exceptionally doing well, we understand, in Kano State. And that's the show for you today. Thank you so much for being a part of it. I am Gimba Umaru. See you same time next week for a fresh package. Bye for now.